Hey guys, it's Alex for Hammond Watch. Here today, wanted to share with you what I personally feel is the best field watch that you can find, especially right around the $1,000 mark. It is the Breitling A17388. Quick wrist check, polar opposite, wearing the Casio twin sensor. Still a great kick around the house and fun outside watch. But this is kind of an intriguing watch. So at 44 millimeters, it's a little bit bigger than I would typically go for. It's 53.5 lug to lug, so it wears really broad. Its redeeming factor is that it's only 11.4 millimeters thick. As you can see, I don't baby it. It takes its lumps just like everyone else. 200 meters water resistant, fantastic loom. It's got a really nice unidirectional bezel. A fully capable dive watch. It just doesn't follow the full kind of dive watch aesthetic. You know, you've got the 24-hour track on the inside of it. The full stainless bezel, I think it really gives it more of that military type feel. I think obviously that's what they were going for. Not a ton of different case finishes. Your case is fully polished. Then you have the polished raised sections at 12, 3, 6, and 9, indicating the minutes, 15, 30, 45. Breitling always has that great AR coating, that pop of blue that just lets you know, hey, this is a Breitling. There's some circular pattern engraved into the dial, and then it's flat, as you can see, where there is printed text outside of those numbers. Just to make sure that it's crystal clear. I imagine some of the wording would get lost. Also, I love the B logo that's going on a lot of the Breitling watches now. Love their design language. There is something special about the wings, though, and the new Colt. I like the sizing. I like the design. It looks a little bit like a beefed up Oyster Perpetual to me, though. Like there's just a little bit missing. I feel this watch goes a little bit farther and scratching that field watch itch, and not just, hey, this is my luxury daily piece. Case back, really simple, really scratched up. Also, I don't have it on the Breitling bracelet right now. I have it on a Rios 1931 strap. These things are 40 bucks. Awesome. Padded, thick. You want it on a big diver, or a bigger watch rather, to make sure it all fits. But I can sweat in this, beat it to hell. One day, chuck it, throw it back on the bracelet, or swap it out for a new strap, and just keep carrying on with my day. I don't have to worry about paying $300 for another Breitling strap. 22 millimeter lugs, so if you have a bunch of strap options, obviously it's going to fit a number of different ways. I wouldn't go NATO necessarily. Like I said, its best factor regarding its sizing is that it's really thin. It's going to fit under any shirt cuff. I'd hate to lose that by beefing it up another 3, 6 millimeters with some type of NATO or Zulu, but just has a special feel to it. I think it balances everything super well. You get the name cachet of Breitling. People know it a little bit more, and I'm always seeing now these micro brands and Kickstarters and smaller watch companies, selling pieces for $1,000. I bought this for just over $1,000 on eBay. Yes, eBay's not the most reliable source in the world. Yes, always ask how the watch is running. This was running and is running 5 seconds plus minus each day. Thrilled with that. It's not going to need a service anytime soon. But part of field watch to me is the servicing. I don't want to pay $800 to service a watch that I'm going to beat around on. You know, this is an ETA-based movement. Any competent watchmaker is going to be able to service this for you and get it running right back within COSC. So it's just tough as nails. You know, I do love Oris, but you give up some of the name cachet for their finish quality. But the movement is also not theirs. So I think that this compares very favorably to some of those, you know, small/large brands. You know, don't buy an Aqua Racer. I would 1,000 times over recommend going this route before that. Even if you're a little bit concerned about the size, I mean, as long as your wrist is, you know, 7 1/4, 7 1/3, I don't think you have very much to worry about. It sits very broad, but being so thin, it's really just forgiving on the wrist. And you can see, you know, I have a 7.5-inch wrist, you know, not the smallest in the world. I don't think it looks ridiculous at all, especially with a big padded strap. It kind of ties the whole thing in, has a really clean look. Can go a number of different routes with the strap. But for $1,000, I mean, I'm curious what you guys think. If you think that there's a better kind of field aesthetic watch out there for around $1,000, please let me know. If you have questions about, hey, how do I find one from a reputable seller on eBay and not get scammed or knocked over the head with a fake, message me. I'll let you know kind of exactly how I go about it. It's pretty foolproof. I mean, as long as you're paying with PayPal, you're always going to be kind of have that extra backing and coverage. Just making sure you line up somebody to authenticate it as soon as you get it is a big part of it. But seriously, one of my favorite watches to wear. Not going anywhere anytime soon. I'll look forward to some of your comments, and let me know if you guys have any questions. See you next week.